Welcome to the expert walkthrough for Demon Souls, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Let's Play Dark Souls HD, and it is once again time to fight our way through the accursed land of Boletaria and collect more demon souls. So if you're new to my channel or new to Souls games in general, let me explain to you what an expert walkthrough is. I'm going to show you how to get all the items, beat all the bosses, and navigate through each area of the game without missing anything. No more rage quitting, no more broken controllers, just you showing Demon Souls who's boss. So let's start a brand new playthrough. Yes, I'm going to go with a female, just like classic LP fashion. And we're going to name her Astrid. Why not? Seems like an okay caster build name, because you guessed it. We are going to go with the royalty. This is my favorite class to start with because it has a fantastic foundation of stats if you want to go with a battle mage type build, which is the most enjoyable playstyle for me in this particular Souls game. The royalty is very squishy, and it's not the easiest class to start with if you don't know what you're doing, but I'm going to show you what to do. So you will know what you're doing. Feel comfortable choosing this class if you'd like to follow along with me exactly, because I'm going to show you how to make this class mop the floor with this game. As for the starting gift, we have some new stuff here. Grass jelly, elixir, and bright water, as well as kunai, were not in the original Demon Souls. These are brand new items. They're not particularly good, like this one just gives you very small recovery over time for your health. This one will increase your stamina recovery speed. And the bright water is the same as the grass jelly, but it's for your mana points. It'll just give you a very small overtime recovery for those. The kunai is okay. It'll poison a boss pretty easily, or a difficult enemy that's giving you a hard time. But I prefer to go with the firebomb. When you start a new character on Demon Souls, your stats at their base levels are not going to give you a very good damage output, and you're going to die very easily because you won't have very much health. The firebomb is a great way to close the gap in damage between you and your enemies, so I'm going to choose that. And to save everyone the trouble, I'm going to go with a preset, because my original Demon Souls walkthrough on PlayStation 3 all those years ago is famous for its cringy character creation process that took approximately 3 eternities. Not this time. So here is our female royalty Astrid. I am your host, Let's Play Dark Souls HD, and I'm ready if you guys are.
King Alant XII, by channeling the power of souls, brought unprecedented prosperity to his northern kingdom of Boletaria. That is, until the colorless deep fog swept across the land. Boletaria was cut off from the outside world, and those who dared penetrate the deep fog never returned. But Valifax of the royal twin fangs broke free from the fog and told the world of Bolataria's plight. That the old King Alant had roused the Old One, the great beast below the Nexus, from its eternal slumber, and that a colorless fog had swept in, unleashing terrible demons. The demons hunt down men and claim their souls. Those who lose their souls lose also their minds. The mad attack the sane, and chaos reigns. Valifax also spoke of the enticing power of the demon souls. Each time a demon claims a human soul, the demon's own soul is invigorated by the life force, and the power of a mature demon soul is beyond human imagination. The legend spread quickly. Mighty warriors lured by the possibilities braved the fissure to breach the accursed land, but none have returned. Bjor of the Twin Fangs, Yurt the Silent Chief, Saint Urbane, Skirva the Wanderer, the sixth Saint Astraea with her knight Garl Vinland, and Sage Frake the Visionary. The colorless deep fog slowly creeps beyond Bolataria's borders. Humankind faces a slow and steady extinction. The deep fog will eventually swallow all lands near and far. But Boletaria has one final hope. A lone warrior who has braved the baneful fog. Ah, has the land found its savior? Or have the demons found a new slave?
So, in classic fashion, Demon Souls is going to ask you if you want to play the journey to the Nexus. If you say yes, you have an opportunity to beat the Vanguard and collect some seriously good loot that'll be an awesome boost for your playthrough. If you say no, there's nothing wrong with that. You can skip right to the Nexus and start playing the game right away. But we are going to collect.
Brave soul who fears not death. I shall guide you to the fissure. So that you may lull the old one back to slumber.
And just like that, we have slipped through the fissure to the outpost passage, aka the tutorial area. So as you're walking through this ankle-deep water into the light, you probably have a lot of questions from that cutscene. There's a lot of storytelling involved, quite a bit of information, lots of names thrown around, and you're not going to have any idea what's going on. Then you step out here, and you see how beautiful this game is. You see how radiant the colors are, the textures, the frame rate is fantastic. This game is gorgeous. It was done incredibly well by Bluepoint Games, and I applaud them for it. It looks amazing. Deserves to be done in 4K, 100%. And as we explore through the rest of this game, you're going to see just how beautiful everything is, and you're going to admire their work, just like I do. So this first guy that we're fighting here does not attack you, and you technically are immortal in the tutorial. If you choose to play through the tutorial, you can't die. Not until you get to the tutorial boss anyway. That's where you can actually die. But this game is incredibly loud. Like, I had the settings turned down really, really low, and it still might be a little bit too loud for my commentary. So I'm going to work with that as best I can so I can balance the sounds and the audio. But apparently only one guy was able to slip through the fissure and get out of here, which was Valorfax. And he spread the word. He said, hey, these demon souls, they're pretty powerful. There's risk of death. You can be killed by them, but if you win, you get their souls, and then you become incredibly powerful. And that caused these named characters to come here. That may not necessarily have been what enticed all of them to get here, but we do know that some of them are here just for that reason, because, cool enough, we are going to meet these named people. The only person that was named that we're not going to get to meet is Valorfax himself. But what we know about the storytelling so far is that King Alant roused the Old One, which was this ancient, primeval demon down beneath the Nexus, and that caused a fog to sweep through. Come on, I'm rusty, but you gotta give me something. This game looks so good, man. I'm really excited to do this playthrough. And then once we get out here, do yourself a favor, turn your speaker up for a second, and listen to this sound. That was the sound of the Vanguard, growling in anticipation, because he knows we're coming. So we'll flip down here real quick, take a tiny bit of fall damage, no big deal. And out here, you can practice your parries and your backstabs. Right through the brain, man. They redid all the critical animations in this game, and they look so good. Jeez. when you have a thrusting sword like this weapon that we're using, this rapier, you either stab them through the brain when you do the riposte, or you stab them right through the lung and the spine if you backstab them. Brutal. And then she flicks the blood off the blade. Fantastic. We should have one more guy. Here we go. Come on over, man. So, there shouldn't be any other items to loot along this part of the tutorial. We have one sneaky little item back here. It'll be just a little bit more grass for us to pick up. But these items are all just preparation for the playthrough ahead of you. You're not going to use any of these items in the tutorial because, as I mentioned, you are immortal in this place. The only thing that can kill you in the tutorial is the Vanguard, which is the boss at the very end. These enemies can get you down to 0 HP and you will not die. So getting into this part of the Nexus, we have our second enemy type, which appears to be a man, a human, not like the Dreglings we were just fighting. These guys are also going to be a common enemy across the playthrough, and they are weak, just like the Dreglings. They have a little bit more health and defense. They don't die quite as easily. Their moveset is ever so slightly more technical. They might be just a tiny bit more difficult to parry after you've practiced on the Dreglings in the previous area. But I tend to mention this in every Demon's Souls playthrough. I really, really enjoy the atmosphere in the tutorial area. It kind of gives me like an Osgiliath vibe from The Lord of the Rings. So if you feel like you steamrolled those guys, you're going to get through here, and you got this guy, the Blue-Eyed Knight. Significantly tougher. Still easy to parry, and he will die in one parry. And then you got this guy over here with a real thick shield. He's not the easiest to fight, especially with that big shield of his, but parry him. Got nothing to worry about. Look at this. We can see the glow from that room radiating off the floor, which has like a very faint sort of shimmer to it. As we work our way up here, we have a couple more items, more grass. I'm actually going to unequip these things. Here's our firebombs. We definitely want to keep those equipped. I'm just going to clean this up real quick. You only want to have a maximum of 2 different kinds of grass equipped to you at any time. Any more, and you'll get flustered. Get some more grass from this crossbow guy. I would recommend taking him down before you pillage that Unknown Warrior's soul, because as soon as you try to pick that thing up, he's going to shoot you in the face with that crossbow. It's a bad time. Listen to this. You can hear the chains rattle. They move with the environment. Your body interacts with these things in the environment. That is excellent. And then as we work our way further through here, we have the big soup pot. Funny thing about this, people used to think it was an iron forge. This guy's so mad. Do you hear him grunting? Man, when he was coming after me, it literally sounded like I owed him money. I would say keep your shield up when you're approaching that guy. Oh, I always try. Not always successful, but I'm always going to attempt, no matter what. Let's get a better look at the soup that's going on here. So that, it looks like the corpses of rats. I think I see a tail in there somewhere. So yeah, we have a big old pot of dead rat soup. Looks high in protein. And it is being fed to the Vanguard, whom we are approaching rapidly. He's so mad, listen to him. We got the sneaky little item down here. Super easy to miss. More grass. The more, the better. What do we got going on here? We have, what are these, benches off to the side? This looks to be what was a chapel at one point, or a cathedral. The rug has been ruined, ripped, torn, covered in sand and dust and debris because the roof fell down on it. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. But now it's time to go deal with the boss. This is the gauntlet of every veteran Souls player. Immediately get behind him. We don't do a lot of damage to this guy, unfortunately. But, pretty simple strategy. Stay behind him. Wait for him to attack. And when he's open, just bring the hammer down. Or the rapier, whichever one you have. Now once he gets near a wall, you probably want to back up and give him a little bit of space, because he'll do this. It's an area of effect attack. Does a lot of damage. And the bad thing about starting with the royalty is because we only have 8 vitality, our health is incredibly low, so we are not going to be able to survive a hit from this guy. No chance. So the only way to win is to not get hit at all. You have to have a perfect fight against this guy, which is easier said than done. I'm going to speed things up a little bit. I'm going to start using some magic on him. Now, I do not recommend locking on to this guy, for any reason. It's very easy to hit him with the magic attack if you just free aim. But as you can see, the magic does way more damage than our little stabby toothpick. But if you stay behind him, there's really nothing he can do. And staying behind him is incredibly easy as long as you don't lock on. And don't worry, if you want to cheese him with the magic attack, you got plenty of mana. As long as you don't miss. Now, he can damage you just by simply walking. Like, just him stomping around and changing the way he's looking, the direction he's looking in, will hurt you. So be careful. But other than that, this is it. This is how you beat him. Of course I missed. And as long as you're cautious and patient, just like that, your first demon is defeated. The defeat of the Vanguard is going to grant you a soul item. The Grey Demon's Soul, which can be used to make a weapon, or you can consume it for a bunch of souls. When you touch this Archstone, you now have access to a secret area that you would otherwise not be given access to. So here's our first difference in the Demon's Souls remake. This is a new item that was not in the original Demon's Souls. We get the Iron Helm. The fluted armor looks a little bit different in this game than it does originally, and because of that, they drop the Iron Helm for you, which is an exact replica of the original fluted helmet in the original game on PlayStation 3. It's very cool. I think it pays a lot of respect. So bear with me, this is very loud, but hopefully you can hear me okay. we're going to pick up some items on the way down here, and we are going to inevitably die. Like, I mean, every step we take is closer to our demise. But we absolutely want to get these items that are on the way there. So lots of grass so far. But then, we're going to start picking these up. Hardstone shards. These are upgrade materials. Sharpstone shards. And then we get a couple soul items here that are going to give us a boost. This is a few extra levels we're talking about. Pretty important. But now that we've made it to the Dragon God, it's time to get punched to death.
Soul of the lost withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. Soul of the lost withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended. This is the Nexus. It holds together the northern land of Boletaria. Thou canst not quit the Nexus, but the 5 archstones will guide thee to the outer lands.
Alright, you have died and the Nexus has imprisoned your soul. You cannot escape the Nexus. However, by capturing demon souls, you can reclaim your corporeal body. Sounds like fun. And you get the Nexial Binding, which is going to be snug in our inventory. Should be under these key items, I think. Nope. Okay. There it is. So this is something you can use to teleport back to the Nexus. Free of charge. Except it's not free at all. Costs you all your souls. This is a last-ditch effort to get home. So, welcome to the Nexus, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be our hub for this game. It's kind of a confusing labyrinth. There's absolutely nothing out that way. Lots of player messages. That pays homage to the original Demon Souls, because that's exactly what that spot was for in the original game. And I think it's really cool to see that in the remastered version, or, excuse me, remade version. There's a difference. And if you thought we were squishy before, look at our health now. We're at half health, because now we're in soul form. You can get it back up to its full amount by reclaiming your humanity. And you have to beat a boss in order to do that. You have to vanquish a powerful demon, or you have to use a consumable item that is not very common across the game. You're going to get limited amount of them, but I'm going to show you where they all are. So, what I'm going to do in this first episode is I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking to these NPCs. Honestly, feel free to skip through this part if you don't want to see me talk to these folks, but I would recommend you watch me talk to them because you're going to want to know what their functions are and the role that they play for you in this game. So let's start with the Crestfallen Knight.
Well, you slipped through the fissure too, did you? You came for demon souls, or to save this land and be remembered as a hero. Hunting for demons? Try one of the archstones. Now go. That is why you came, is it not? To this accursed Boletaria. You came for demon souls? Or to save this land and be remembered as a hero? But it's all the same. You're just another prisoner of the Nexus. We're welcome here, as long as we keep slashing up demons.
I do admire that they kept the same voice actor for this guy this whole time. He plays this character in the original Demon Souls. He also plays the Crestfallen Knight in Dark Souls. And he also plays the guy that's obsessed with getting into that undead covenant in Dark Souls 3. Cool stuff. This is Stockpile Thomas.
I'm Stockpile Thomas. When the scourge came, I didn't know what hit me. When I came to, I found myself here in this Nexus. My wife and daughter fell victim to the demons. But I would be worthless in battle. At the very least, I hope to lend my assistance to you brave slayers of demons. I would be happy to lighten your load and look after any excess baggage.
So you can give this guy your items that you don't want on you, which is a smart idea because we don't want them on us. We're going to take advantage of this right now. And that should be everything that we have. Pretty much.
Rest assured, your goods are safe and sound with me. Best of luck to you. Best of luck to you.
So I'm not going to exhaust everyone's dialogues. I'm just going to do sort of an introductory talk.
You new here. Are you here for my services? The name's Baldwin. I'm just an ordinary blacksmith. It's simple. Just bring me all the souls you can. In trade, I'll give you weapons, or forge the ones you already have. With your souls, I can eke out a living. And with my weapons, you can go on living. Not a bad deal, eh?
So the blacksmith, Baldwin, he has a twin brother over in the second world. And we're going to go talk to him eventually too. But he will upgrade your equipment. Now, if you did the tutorial area and successfully beat the Vanguard, you will immediately have enough stuff to upgrade your weapon. However, I don't intend to upgrade the rapier because we are swiftly going to switch to a different weapon in this playthrough. I have a very specific start to this game, and I highly recommend you follow my steps on that if you want maximum effectiveness. But it's good that we have these materials, but we're not going to waste it on our starting equipment. But you can buy things from him. There's one really important thing that he sells, the heater shield. And the reason this thing is important is because it guards 100% physical damage. The shield that we have on us right now is good because it's a parrying shield and it has enough protection to save us from dying from some attacks. But this heater shield is very, very good. We do not have the stats to use it yet because you'll see right there it requires 11 strength, which we do not have 11 strength. If you look at my stats, we have 9. So we're going to have to invest 2 points into strength in order to use this thing, but it would be incredibly worth it because the heater shield will pretty much carry us through the game. I will eventually switch to a different one, but that heater shield I'm going to use quite a bit for the first portion of the game. So that's going to be one of the first things we want to get.
No interest, eh? I can tell you're not going to last long here.
And yeah, if you don't buy anything from him or upgrade your equipment, if you don't do something that involves giving him your souls, he's kind of a dick. And then we have this girl over here who is on the faith or cleric side of things.
Oh my, how has this happened?
Has God abandoned us for King Alant, failing to show proper respect? Oh, Mbasa.
So she is in peril. She seems to have this worry cast over her that we're being punished by God because King Alant woke the Old One and disrespected our Lord and Savior. And we don't have the guy over here yet, but we're going to have 2 more NPCs show up right here that do have something to do with her. Only later, though. And then over here, we have an important NPC. This guy's going to be pretty detrimental to our character. Where is he? Well, he's not here yet, but you'll have to take my word for it. Now, Oh yeah, getting into the flow of things, getting ready to stab shit, getting ready to jump in and collect demons' souls. We're not going to go all the way up into these places yet. There are some items that you can collect in the Nexus via dropping down. It's kind of dangerous, but I'll show you the safe way to do it. Instead, we're going to listen to Crestfallen Bro here, and we're going to try one of the Archstones. Teleport to the gates of Boletaria. So welcome to World 1-1. That is a very powerful cutscene. That is one of the cutscenes that got me incredibly excited to play this game upon purchasing it all those years ago when I was just a kid. I really love that cutscene with the dragon, and you will notice that in the original cutscene, the dragon kind of slams sideways into the bridge. It seems like a heavier impact, whereas in the refreshed version of this game, he lands flat on the ground on his feet. I think that's pretty cool. But immediately turn around as soon as you get into this world, because there's an item hidden back here. No, it's not going to cost you your playthrough if you don't pick up this late moon grass, but it's more healing items, and we're going to need those. So, I'm going to end this episode here. I think it's a great place to start episode 2, because then we're going to have all the time in the world to explore World 1-1, and we'll be able to see exactly what's in store for us in this accursed Boletaria. So, I hope you guys are excited for this walkthrough. I have been very, very much anticipating playing this game for you guys, and we're finally here. We're playing some Demon Souls, going back to our roots, and I think it's going to be a great time. So, stick around for episode 2. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you have any suggestions or requests in this playthrough, if you want to see anything in particular, just let me know. Thank you so much for joining me on the expert walkthrough for Demon Souls. I've been your faithful host, Let's Play Dark Souls HD, and I will catch all of you guys in the next video.